Dudes and dudettes, now that we got the SV650 done, it's time to move on to the new project, and that is
1994.
a 1994 Yamaha TDM. Nice thing, Mr. B got it. He traded in the Gixxer because he wanted something new, so he got the TDM. Nice bike, in great shape, saddle's good, tires are pretty good still, but it's time to change the 4-fork seals and the bearings in the front.
Did you just say 4-fork? Front fork.
I did, I said it in Dutch. I said that it's time to change the front fork
Dumbass.
seals. I know, dumbass, eh? Time to change the front fork seals and the triple tree bearing. So let's get to work. It was a challenge putting this thing up on blocks because it doesn't have a middle stand and there's all kinds of pipes and stuff going on there. So what we had to do is we had to take our scissor jack, a couple of pieces of wood, and lift up the bike. So what we have to do now is pull the bike back so that the front fork's off. But first we're going to loosen the front wheel. So we had to wake up this lazy ass out of his bed because it was time to work on the bike. Hey, who we got there?
Not telling you.
First thing you want to do when you remove the forks is take out the wheel. Makes it a lot easier to work on. So Mr. M is going to take off the wheel. There's two bolts, one in the front of the fork and then the main nut on the shaft on the axle itself. Once you've loosened up the axle nut, it's time to remove the bolts of the brakes. You're kind of pooped, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm still waking up.
You're still waking up. So now we go into loosening up all the bolts for the handlebars and the triples. Remove these keys. Remove the caps. Loosen up these two and these two.
Foam mount.
And this is a 32mm nut. So what we did was we strapped down the back of the bike and pulled it down.
That's actually quite inventive of your brother.
Yeah, told you.
Huh.
What we want to do is get these things out of the way. So we take a tie wrap and then tie them up.
Yes. Well, you have to wiggle them first.
Hey, Mr. M.
Huh?
What would you call these things?
Which things?
What kind of brake? What kind of brakes are these?
I don't know. You break it.
No.
I troll it.
No. Okay. But what's the brake on the handle? What's that called?
Lever.
No, the brake, the reservoir. This whole system here. What's it called?
Reservoir system.
That's the reservoir. Okay, but it has a name. What's it called? Do you know?
What's it called?
You can say yes or no, eh?
No.
If you don't know, that's called the master cylinder.
Oh.
And what are these? What would they be called?
Which ones?
The ones you have in your hand.
Brake out.
It's, no, this is your brake caliper.
Huh?
If that's the master, what are these?
Slaves.
Slave cylinder. Very good. We're gonna teach this boy some real mechanic stuff. Well, it's really mechanic. I had to learn it too, and I probably would forget half the time. So now you can remove the axle nut. You're in the way.
Man, I'm working. What did he break now?
Nothing yet. And this is what's left. Just the front forks. And as you see, it's really wet. So remove the bottom and the tops, and you can pull it right away.
Slowly.
Ta-da.
It's a Yamaha drama anyway. Did you expect
Mr. B to buy a Yamaha drama after the Yamaha we had.
The Yamaha?
The Yamaha, yeah.
The Yamaha.
The Yamaha. Yamaha.
All right, so then we got the bottom out, the bearing. We didn't actually show people why we're changing it.
You got it, it's empty.
They look really dry.
Yeah, I think this looks good actually.
Then how do you know, was there play on it?
It was heavy movement.
So the way that we're going to do it is different than what we thought we were going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to weld a... What are we going to do? Weld what?
Just put a weld on it.
What we did was we put a couple of welds on there, and what happened was it just popped loose with a little bit of pressure.
So what you do,
This is what we did.
you weld it around on the inside. Put the
Right.
weld on it, and the weld is gonna crimp, and it's gonna take the... So
there
you just
go.
add extra metal, and then it crimps, and it makes this one smaller.
So we got the old shell out of there, the old bearing out of there by cutting a little groove with a Dremel, and it just popped right off. Here's another hammer. There we go.
Leaving
Shut
the
it
hammer,
right off.
leaving out everything. You're gonna
Can you
trip
chill the
you.
fuck out for half a second?
Mr. B's getting a little
Tired of him.
irritated. We can't use our special tool.
Oh, these are special too. Special needs tool. No.
We're going to remove the radiator so we have a little bit of room for our special tool.
Yeah, when you get a point of a certain point, it just falls right in.
We're gonna check the air filter. While the tank is off, we can check to see if it's in good condition or not, if we have to blow it out. And if it's really bad, we can always get another one. So might as well check it while we got it. Oh, looks pretty good.
So like new.
Good day, folks. We are in the next day. As you can see, the sun is shining in my face, which is something that usually didn't come naturally in the last few months because of the winter period. And now it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we're gonna finish up as far as we can the TDM. We're gonna do the front forks, the seals, the handlebars. He's got a new set of handlebars, red in color. We're gonna change up the switching housing on it and everything else. So that's what we're gonna do today. So let's go say hi to the boys. Hey boys! I just showed the folks out there what nice weather it is. Sun shining and everything. Something that we're not used to because usually when we start, it's dark.
Raining, cold, ass freezing, balls freezing, cold. I don't know. I just woke up.
Mr. M just woke up again. If you've ever seen anybody as lazy as this mother, it's him.
my ass. I'm
All
not
he does
lazy.
is
I'm
sleep
old.
all day, and
I'm
he's like,
elderly.
I'm so
I'm
tired.
elderly.
I'm so
Yes.
tired. So
Stop.
when we try to get work done, what's he doing? He's sleeping. Get your ass out of your lazy bed, you
Dumbass.
No.
youth these
No.
days.
You have a family. I do not have family. I can sleep whenever I want. So piss off.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So Mr. B is going to start on the front forks. He already loosened up the front end, starting without us, with a 14 millimeter for the top, and then a, what is
22.
this? A 24
4.
for the main nut. 17 on top. There we go. Loosen it up. Watch out that it doesn't shoot out on you. So when you're changing up your forks, just be careful. No, he saw it. I didn't see it. Was it close? Really? We almost got him. All right, so we got the thing completely cleaned with some brake cleaner and some rags. And now it's time to start putting things slowly back together again. First part that goes in. So I suppose you're wondering why the heck I'm standing here so far away from my camera. That's because my lovely little daughter Luna is holding the camera, filming. There you go. What we did was we put the ring in there, and then what's the next
Hold
step?
it for me, please.
I get to hold it. I get to do something. Back up. And we have a special tool that we can use to slam it in there without buggering it up. Our special tool. Look at that.
Oh, Mr. M is special, is it true?
We got the seal in there, and now it's time to replace the oil and the inside of the dampener rods and there and stuff like that. So then that one will be done after we've sealed it properly, and we can put that one back in, and we can start on
Did you say line?
number 2. Now, as we've said in recent videos, it's very important to make sure you get all the air out. And how you do that is by
Moving.
stroking the shaft.
Ah.
Stroke that shaft till you feel a little bit of resistance and you don't hear any more bubbling sounds that... Never mind. Continue. Well, you didn't see that, but these guys got these forks in there real quick. Lickety split. That was real easy, and it saved us a heck of a lot of money. So Mr. M greased up his shaft.
Yes, I did.
You had a good time doing it, didn't you?
I always have. I love this stuff.
Time to put in with the wheel. Is there a directional arrow on that tire, Mr. B?
Who cares? It's round both ways.
I don't know if there's a little notch on it.
Yeah, there are notches on the inside.
Okay, those
Yeah.
notches have to go on.
Correspond with those in your wheel.
You'll notice that the wheel is round. Just a little tip. So these are the little details that we're going to spare you from. So what we're going to do now is put on the horn. We're going to put on the brake slave cylinders, and then we're going to put on the new lines, and we're going to put on the new handles and the new grips and the new handlebars. Come on, show us, god dang it.
Here you go.
Look at that.
Red lines, god damn it.
Yeah. Arr, arr, arr. Connecting it up to the splitter.
That's always
always fun.